one that I created myself. I can show you an example of how we created it, but you've got a couple of different options right there. So you could either run the GitHub here, which is like, clean out of the box, looks pretty nice, etc. Or the other option that you have is you can create your own and run it as well, right? And you can see this is running locally here, and then for openClaw mission control on the dashboard. We can switch between different organizations as well, but we've got this running at a local host as well, right? And this is running inside terminal. So the way that we created our own sort of mission control, let me show you an example of that, is actually using openClaw directly. But the only thing I would say is like it really struggled to create a nice UI. Now that might be down to, for example, the API that I'm using. It might be, for example, because I'm using ChatGPT Codex with the API, etc. But when when I kept saying like this does not look good to openClaw, and it really struggled with creating something nice on that, to be honest. And it took about, I would say it took about like 30 minutes to get it set up. Let me show you an example of what it looked like in the progression there. So for example, I said, are you able to build a mission control panel like this now, please? And I pasted in a screenshot from someone else that I saw had created something nice. It was like on it, doing that over here. Then it started using Claude Code to set it up, and it created this, as you can see, and it gave a breakdown of what it's doing. But actually, when you looked at it, this was the first task it gave. So don't expect it to be like perfect first time around. This is what it gave me back. And you can see like super basic, barely even works. Then it gave me that, and it slowly progressed, right? But you can see this was at like 6:03, and when did we start building this? Yeah, we started at so we started at 5:30. 30 minutes later, it created this. Before it created this, so it took 35 minutes just to create something super basic like that, and then it took about an hour just to create this mission control tab here, which I honestly am not 100% happy with, but it does show the tasks that openClaw is working in real time, and you can just keep building on that. Right, so I don't think it's something you're going to build in
Hello.
in one morning, unless you just want a basic dashboard like this, and then you go back and forth with it, as you can see. So that's basically how it works. You've got a live feed of tasks over here. You've got the Kanban board, but I much prefer this more polished version. It just looks a BT Codex as a brain at the top, and then when you're when you want to use like free local APIs, you can connect that inside the setup. So honestly, I don't have a Windows computer, so like the way that I would probably do it and attempt it, I know that it's pretty hard. Oh,
Today's an exciting one. I've been working on this for 3 weeks, and my media, he's drafting my X posts, he's drafting my LinkedIn posts, he's drafting YouTube ideas and scripts, helping me with strategy across all of my social media platforms are running. So I'm the founder and CEO. On top, I talked to Henry, my chief of staff, who you already know if you have been following along the series. I mainly talk to him all the time through Telegram, also sometimes through Discord, but he is managing the entire team. He has stand-ups, he has meetings, he is configuring all the files and updating the files if necessary, which are the objective MD files, the soul MD files, the heartbeat MD files, and all of that. So kind of what makes the essence of all the agents. And yes, he distributes tasks.
क्या तुम भी कोई नया गोल 3 दिन में छोड़ देते हो? नवरात्रि का डे 2 तुम्हारी इस क्विटिंग की बीमारी का इलाज है। क्या तुम भी कोई नया गोल 3 दिन में छोड़ देते हो? नवरात्रि का डे 2 तुम्हारी इस क्विटिंग की बीमारी का इलाज है।
He keeps the overview. He makes sure everybody is aligned. Then I have Nexus, my CTO. He's doing anything coding related. He is running mainly on Sonnet 4.6, although sometimes also on Opus 4.6 if he needs to do the planning work. He is, coding out the mission control step by step. He is coding on my real coding project on GitHub in forms of PRs. My last episode, I showed you how I set this up. His role and his team is a quite important one because it's, of course, everything that's coding related. And I'm building on top of that one at the moment, where we're actually starting to code actual products, and I see how that goes. Now, Ivy, my research department, very important department because it feeds into all of the other departments. Ivy is scraping YouTube, is scraping.
Today, we're going to go through something so cool. I have been working with, it'll never do it. They just can't do it. Because that's the beauty of openClaw, is that it's open source, that you can use anything with it, that it's dangerous, that it can delete your entire computer. That's the beauty of the tool. That's what makes it amazing. That's why all these posts on X, it's a fantastic model. I love 5.4. I probably talk to 5.4 more than Opus, but Opus is the best model, and it's not even close when it comes to openClaw. The only model you should be
Fuck it, I'm gonna leak my workflow that helps me generate videos like these ones, or these ones, or these ones. So basically any stickman niche that's out there on YouTube. And we're gonna do that with the help of N8N plus Autoflow. And you are gonna understand what this is in just a second. So this is what you can expect from this video. I'm gonna guide you to my entire workflow so that you guys know exactly what I did to generate videos like this ones. And just for the measure, let me actually play this video real quick to show you what is possible and what you're going to be able to do after watching this video.
It's 3 a.m. in the morning. You're not even looking at the charts anymore. You're looking at the reflection in your screen, asking, how did I get here again? What's wrong with me? The answer is nothing. You're not broken. You're not undisciplined. You're just playing a game where the rules are invisible, and the house designed the deck. They even painted the walls pretty colors to keep you from noticing there are no windows.
All right, so I think you get the feeling for it, right? And now let's get to the part why you even want to automate your content. And at least for me, it's all about quantity, right? These people right here, they are posting one video max per day because they are always doing it manually. They're generating all those prompts.
हमें आज हर चीज का रिजल्ट तुरंत चाहिए, जिम हो या पढ़ाई, रिजल्ट नहीं मिला तो हम हार मान लेते हैं। यही एंट्री होती है मां ब्रह्मचारिणी की। हमें आज हर चीज का रिजल्ट तुरंत चाहिए।
Then they're turning them into images manually, which on its own costs you like 1 or 2 hours of time, even if you're efficient. So you can literally outpace them by just posting more videos, because with this workflow, you can generate up to 10 videos, if not even more, per day. So you can quickly bury all of these guys just by putting out more content than they would ever be able to do. Also this guy right here, right? He posted 1 month ago and then never posted again, probably because this video was hella complicated to make. But with this workflow, you can actually generate again up to yeah, basically all this is about is that you don't do any copy bullshit. You don't want to copy a channel and just steal his content. You want to have your own idea and your own sub niche. And also no like thinking this niche is good, right? You don't want to guess, you want to have a niche that works. And yeah, for that, just go ahead again and watch my latest video about this. But now let's get to the N8N part. School community comes into place, because actually what I will do is I will leak all of my workflows, which I have a bunch of for different niches. Like they look very similar, but all of them are for different niches. And I'm going to leak all of that in my private school community, which I'm going to be opening this month. So make sure to set everything up and join my free newsletter, so you will actually get updated once the private community opens. But for now, I'll try my best to explain everything as detailed as possible while at the same time not making this video 10 hours long. So let's actually start with the first node right here. And this is called the min.io node. And what is happening in here, I've defined a bucket name and a file key which connects everything like the n8n instance to an object storage which is called min.io. And you can think of that somewhat like a hard drive for UPC. So this is the place where you can upload data like files or videos, basically anything, to then later access it. So what is happening here is, and this is why you have to watch the latest video in order to understand, I've uploaded the CSV analysis file of the original Nick Invest channel because this is what this workflow is about, right? I want to create finance videos, but within a specific sub niche. And again, I've talked about this in the latest video, so make sure to watch that. But basically what I did is I've analyzed the Nick Invest channel with the help of Cloud, created a CSV file to then generate videos with his title formula and like his script style, but within the crypto sub niche. So our videos actually feature Rick, which I've showed you earlier. We have the character Rick, and I've even cloned his voice, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. And we are going to be creating
ब्रह्म मतलब तपस्या। मां ब्रह्मचारिणी की असली सुपर पावर कोई हथियार नहीं बल्कि उनकी लिमिटलेस कंसिस्टेंसी है।
finance videos, but within the crypto sub niche image. And this will now continue for all those, I believe it was 30 rows, so that we end up having our first minute of the video with animated videos. So again, I'm gonna speed run this entire process so that you guys don't have to wait. But yeah, just know that now we are generating all those videos. All right, as you can see, the generations have now finished running. And if we take a look at the base row table, we'll see that every row is now completed. And we can even take a look. And yeah, these videos look pretty good. Let's take a look at this one too. Perfect. So we now have animate. We'll turn them into image to video prompts inside here. So we would actually need to know when the voiceover is talking about something specific to then be able to show that specific image at the right seconds, right? We don't want to have a story with just images that doesn't even fit what the voiceover is saying. And this is exactly that. We map the voiceover with the SRT to the images that we will later generate. And there is not a real way to explain it any easier, but after this has run and has finished, you will understand exactly what I mean by that. So yeah, before we actually get to this, we have to get the
उन्होंने हजारों साल हर मौसम में कठोर तपस्या की। वो हमें सिखाती हैं कि सफलता एक रात में नहीं मिलती, रोज थोड़ा थोड़ा करने से मिलती है।
one of these mission controls in Lovable. Now, the reason I like to build this video on this, and I'll link it down below, but essentially you just use the Superbase API and connect it. You can see content, education, personal. This is really nice. You can see that it's marked Astra or you. So in my case, you can see the tasks that are marked for me versus my agent. Content, we can see ideas, scripting, thumbnails, all that.
उन्होंने हजारों साल हर मौसम में कठोर तपस्या की। वो हमें सिखाती हैं कि सफलता एक रात में नहीं मिलती, रोज थोड़ा थोड़ा करने से मिलती है।
Probably even, okay, we haven't gotten that far. In the next 30 minutes, we are going to build an AI native business together. Right now, from scratch, I'm going to walk you through the exact system and playbook that has taken me from a broke high school kid with $500 to my name, all the way to running a $250,000 a month agency and becoming the #1 lovable agency in the world. I'm going to be walking you through how to find a winning niche, how to go about building an offer that people actually want to pay for, how to get your first clients, and then ultimately, how to use AI in order to productize and fulfill on the services. If you stay to the end of this video, you're even going to get the all this, and I know I just kind of threw in a lot of hypothetical numbers. I don't know if we'll even keep this in. But my point is that you don't need a big market to win, right? If your goal is to make, $1 million, this is $500,000 a month, by the way, because you're going to be charging, let's say, $5,000 a month, right? Like, that is a very big business, right? That's a business that's doing $6 million a year. If you have solid profits, let's say 40%, that's $2.4 million a year that you're taking home, right? I think most people can agree that that's a really great business, right? It may not be a business that makes you a billionaire, but it's a business that can make you multi-million dollars if you run it well, right? So I just want to put that in perspective. We're not trying to build billion-dollar companies. If that's what you're trying to do, this is not the place for you. I'm here talking to people that want to build a business like this, a business that cash flows, that provides like a meaningful life for them and their family. So, and for that, you don't need a very big market.
तो आज हाथ जोड़ने के साथ एक प्रॉमिस करो जो काम तुमने रिजल्ट ना मिलने की वजह से छोड़ दिया था, आज उसे फिर से शुरू करो, रुको मत।
You can actually go very specific and just service them as best as you can. So now that we have that out of the way, we're going to actually start building a business. And basically, I've crafted a few prompts that we're going to help guide us on this journey.